Hello everyone, it's Mana. Today I want to talk about something super interesting. The typical Japanese family dynamic, especially what the Japanese wives are really like. If you are curious about Japanese women or thinking about marriage, this is the video for you. As you might know, Asian women and Western women often have pretty different personalities and approaches to relationships. And even within Asia, each country has its own unique customs and ideals when it comes to marriage and what makes the ideal wife. These differences shapes the family lifestyle in each culture. Now you probably heard the stereotype that Japanese women are shy and modest, and sure, that can be true sometimes, but let me tell you, there's so much more to us than just that. So, what are the Japanese women really like after marriage? What's the day-to-day vibe in a Japanese household? Sound interesting? I think so too. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. In Japan, there's an old saying, women should walk 3 steps behind their partners. Back in our grandparents' era, this reflected the traditional family dynamic. Women were expected to support their husbands behind the scenes. They didn't take the lead in a relationship because they had very different roles in the family. Husbands were the breadwinners, working outside to earn money, while wives took care of the home and raised the children. This division of roles led to the idea that the family's well-being depended on the husband's ability to provide financially. You can probably admit that these traditional dynamics still exist in some countries. Men are expected to be strong and women are supposed to be modest. But times are changing. Nowadays, the value of money is slowly declining and the cost of everything keeps going up. Even when women get married, many still need to work to ensure a comfortable lifestyle and support their families, especially when it comes to raising kids. And here's one of the biggest reasons why many Japanese women continue to work even after getting married. It's not just about earning money. It's also a way for them to express themselves and maintain their sense of identity. Having a job helps them stay connected to society and feel refreshed. Because of this, there are far fewer full-time housewives in Japan now compared to the past. Most wives choose to work, finding a balance between their career and family life. Now, here's the main topic you've been waiting for. Do Japanese women really change their personalities after getting married or having kids? I've actually received this opinion from my audience before, so I decided to dig a little deeper. I asked a few friends, both men and women, about their experiences, and guess what? Some interesting tendencies came to light. Let's explore this topic with a few real-life stories and examples I've gathered. I'm ready to see what's really happening behind the scenes. I asked some of my male friends and co-workers what they thought about their wives, and almost all of them said something like, "My wife is scary. She's always mad about something or complaining about someone." Now I'll admit, there's some truth to that, but it's often a bit exaggerated. Personally, I agree to a certain extent. Many Japanese women do vent or complain sometimes, especially about their husbands. But in fact, I've heard complaints from wives about their partners. But honestly, it's more playful than serious. They tease and laugh about it afterward. As for Japanese men, I think they carry a lot of pressure from work. When they've finally done for the day, they just wanna switch off and relax. But their relaxed mode can sometimes come across as funny or even a little annoying to their wives. Another example, some men are particular about hobbies or habits they really like, which can make them harder for their wives to understand. Here's a funny example. My friend's husband loves growing plants. Every time he spots a cute plant, he just has to burn it and add it to his collection. But here's the catch. They live in a condo, so the plants are slowly taking over their space. Naturally, his wife gets mad every time he comes home with a new plant. She's like, "Where are we even supposed to put this one?" Here's another story. One of my male friends loves watching planes fly and playing fighter jet games. Every night after dinner, he was down and play for at least 2 hours, sometimes even longer. At first, his wife thought it was pretty interesting. She would even watch him play from behind, cheering him on. But over time, her enthusiasm faded. She started to feel a little frustrated, thinking, is this really how he wants to spend every evening? She was not necessarily mad, but let's just say his unchanging habits are starting to wear on her patience a bit. That other story, this couple both have jobs. The husband usually works from home while the wife works at an office. Her job is super active and physically demanding, but the husband's work is mostly on his computer. So after his work day, he's excited to get out of the house and take a walk since he spends most of his time alone except for meeting clients. But the wife, she's exhausted and just wants to rest after a long day at work. Every time she checks her phone and says, he's already waiting for me at the supermarket again. Now I have to figure out what to cook for dinner tonight. I'm so tired. You can just imagine her thinking, I don't want to go for a stroll. I just want to relax. It's such a funny mismatch of energy between them, but honestly, it's kind of sweet too, don't you think? So if you think your wife is scary or always nagging you, maybe that's just part of having a great wife. Think about it. If she didn't say anything about you, it might mean she's not interested or doesn't care anymore. What do you think? Does that make her nagging feel a little more like love? I think most men tend not to change their behaviors and habits easily, while women are more adaptable and willing to adjust. At their core, women are often realistic and practical. Both are such fantastic and unique characteristics, don't you think? I hope this gives you a better understanding of what the real Japanese family dynamics are like. Personally, I'm not a big fan of people throwing shade at the partners, and I don't feel great listening to endless complaints. But here's the thing. Many wives, especially those in their mama friend circles, love chatting about their partners, teasing them and laughing together. It's actually a sign of love. Playful teasing and sharing stories bring them closer and show they care. What an interesting way to express love. I guess in Japanese families, humor and playful nagging are just another form of affection. So, how about you? How would you describe your wife or girlfriend? Drop your comments below. I would like to hear your stories. Thank you so much for watching my video. Until then, I would be happy if you hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye!